Live from News 9 WAOW. This is News 9 at 6.
New developments in a Marathon County fire. I'm live with what we know about the business.
Looks like some great weather shaping up tomorrow, but some changes coming in later in the week. See when that rain could move in. I've got an update.
Area students are getting hands-on experience with a new four-legged addition. How they say she's helping prepare them for the future.
News 9 WAOW. We've got you covered.
We are learning more about that fire in Marathon County tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Langbehn.
And I'm Brad Hanson. Crews are still on scene, and so is News 9's Sabrina Lee. She's live now in Schofield with the very latest. Sabrina?
Hey guys, I'm here on Gavitt Street in Schofield, where crews are in fact still here. They're cleaning up from the fire that just a couple hours ago had a ton of smoke just billowing out of the side of the building right here. Emergency crews got the call at 2:30 p.m. about a fire at this business, reportedly an auto repair shop. No one was home when the fire was started, and neighbors reported the fire to emergency dispatch. Emergency crews from Cronenwetter, Easton, Wrangell, and Wausau were all on the scene.
Right now we're just going to investigate it. We're not really sure. We know the area, but we're not really sure what caused the fire at this time.
Authorities say there were no injuries. Crews will be here for the time being as they clean up the steel structures located inside the building and investigate how exactly this fire started. Live in Schofield, Sabrina Lee, News 9 WAOW.
Thank you, Sabrina. New tonight at 6, though the weather may feel chillier. Officials are saying it's not yet ice fishing season, and that may not be for a while. News 9's Isaac Dienison is live in studio with how one person learned this the hard way.
Yeah, guys, this right here is not the way to properly ice fish or even fish normally, for that matter. This picture is out of Barron County, and authorities there say alcohol was a factor in driving their car into the water here. Now, the photos surfaced early Saturday morning with the sheriff's department there asking people to enjoy fall while it's still around. And while we've had some below freezing temperatures, our Storm Track 9 team says it'll take weeks before a person can even stand on a frozen over lake, much longer for a vehicle.
Of course, it always depends on temperatures and how fast it freezes, and to leave it the proper thickness to be able to sustain that amount of weight.
Now, the Old Farmer's Almanac says 8 to 10 inches of ice is safe enough for a 2.5-ton truck to drive on. Tony Schumacher says that usually does not happen, though, until late December. Now, when it does get cold enough, the Wisconsin DNR is recommending people check how thick the ice is near them before you move a vehicle onto the ice. Live in studio, Isaac Dienison, News 9 WAOW.
Thank you, Isaac. New tonight at 6. Officials in Wood County are looking into how pumpkins may have damaged several mailboxes over the weekend. The Marshfield Police Department says they're looking into 9 different cases of mailbox damage, most of which caused by people throwing pumpkins at them. If anyone has information on potential suspects, they should contact Wood County Dispatch or Marshfield Police.
An increase in thefts reported in Lincoln County last week, including quite a bit of property. Let's get over to News 9's Catherine Halverson live in our newsroom. She's got a closer look for us.
Melissa, according to a weekly wrap-up by the Sheriff's Department, 5 people reported thefts in the area last week, including a local tree farmer who had 1,000 pounds of bow taken from his farm on County Road 8. That theft happened Saturday night. Bows are tree branches. Now, Tuesday morning, there was a burglary at Northway Storage in the town of Merrill. No details into what was taken there. Another burglary in Merrill also reported, the victim saying power tools and a generator were taken from Lincoln Drive. A Town of Wilson man says he had a go-kart and a DR brush mower taken from his property on Hillside Road. And in the town of Bradley, a man reported a set of car ramps and chrome jack stands stolen from Albert Road. The Sheriff's Department has not said whether they believe the thefts are at all related. And if you have any information, you're asked to call police or the Lincoln County Crime Stoppers. That number is on the bottom of your screen. Back to you.
Thank you, Catherine. A beautiful afternoon today, Tony. Beautiful sunset right now,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
It's really spectacular. Very clear out there. Just a few little wispy clouds on the horizon. So let's go ahead and enjoy it here from the Sherrill Tire and Service camera on Wausau's west side, dealing with all that dry area. Great visibility out there tonight. Temperatures are getting a little chilly in the 40s in most spots now in our viewing area. The Wausau Airport's still a bit warmer at 50, but it's 44 in Rhinelander, 47 in Marshfield, 45 in Wisconsin Dells. Winds are from the northeast around 5 to 7 miles per hour, so they are really starting to weaken compared to what they were earlier today. And the satellite radar view showing some lake effect light showers over eastern Wisconsin. Also some lake effect clouds up toward the northern Wisconsin, upper Michigan area, but most of our viewing area should be clear tonight. And temperatures dropping down to about 29 degrees in Wausau, but could be as cold as 23 to 25 in some of the outlying spots, so be sure to bundle up. We are tracking one main rain chance in the forecast here, that coming up Thursday into Thursday night. I'll give you more updates on that in just a few minutes.
Sounds great, Tony. Thank you. Holidays typically mean home-cooked meals and unforgettable family moments, but sometimes getting there can be a challenge. News 9's Alicia Gaffney has tips on how to land safely at your holiday destination.
Grandma's famous pie may not be the only reason you're running to the airport this season. Experts say if you haven't made travel plans already, then get booking now.
Holiday travel is awesome. It's great to travel with your family, go on an all-inclusive, be on the beach rather than in the snow, but it is a higher season. If you're able to wait 10 days and go early January, you're going to save quite a bit. If you do want to travel for Christmas, book, book, book.
Delosh also says it's important to know COVID requirements for when you're coming back.
Many international destinations have various restrictions for requirements for arrival, and then there's the restrictions to come back into the U.S.
Delosh says bookings for the holidays started back in March, and while she suggests booking with an agent, Central Wisconsin Airport Director Brian Griefey says if you're doing it alone, it's going to require a lot of research.
Look at American, look at United, look at Delta. Depending on where you're going, each airline may have a better price. So book early and look at all the airlines.
As far as COVID protocols in the airport, federal requirements call for masks. Delosh and Griefey say traveling has changed, so their best advice is to plan ahead.
Give yourself extra time. It does take a little bit more time to go through security than pre-COVID. Procedures have been modified slightly, so give yourself extra time, do your research, and you're going to have a good travel experience.
Alicia Gaffney, News 9 WAOW.
Thanks, Alicia. Wherever you're headed for the holidays, they agree that you should definitely keep up with your airline regulations and TSA.gov for updates.
Witness testimony wrapped up today in a Marathon County murder trial. Cindy Schulz Juedes is accused of killing her husband back in 2006 at their Town of Hull home. Schulz Juedes says she found her husband shot to death 15 years ago and ran to the neighbors to call 911. The prosecution argues that she actually killed him to cash in on life insurance money. But the defense claims 5 men are the real killers. They claim one of them is the actor who played Eddie Munster from the sitcom.
With the headline that says Munster Murder Bombshell at Monster Hall. And that's how I found out about supposedly my involvement in it.
Lilly and 2 of the other men named denied any involvement in the death of Ken Juedes. Tomorrow, the prosecution and defense will give closing arguments, and then the case gets handed to the jury. New tonight at 6, a live auction site just launched today with a little friendly competition at stake for a few mayors right here in our area. The Stevens Point, Rhinelander, and Wausau mayors came up with the idea to each create a custom piece of art to auction in a mayor's art challenge. The winner gets to use all of the money for a community art project.
Comes to an end on Small Business Saturday, which, as you know, is the day after Black Friday, encouraging people to shop local, to support their local businesses and endeavors. And it seemed very fitting that since they were local art projects.
This should be a fun one to see, and the auction site is hosted by PBS Wisconsin and will run for about a month.